Hi everyone, just waiting to see if anyone pops on to catch this live tonight. It's 7 o'clock in the evening on a hot day. I live, for those of you who don't know where I live, I'm in Queensland and it's been a hot day. So I'm in the air conditioning. If you've joined in, please say hello so that I know who's there. I can see Carly's watching. Hey Carly, hi Joan. Joan, I hope you're okay because you're up Helensvale way, aren't you? Wonder how you went in the storm. So what I'm going to do tonight is take you through the mini catalogue. So when it comes out, demonstrators can have early access to buying it and to pre-ordering it. Hey Jill, but we can't show you the inside of it until it is released. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. Many of you have your copies, I hope. Peggy, I hope you got your copy. I left it at your door the other day. But I can now leaf through it and show you things. So I'm not going to go through everything, but I've got some samples to show you because I've been having a good play with things. Tonight too, if you're willing to comment as we go along, I've got two prizes. One is the stamp cut and emboss embossing folder that is in the new catalogue. I'll show you a sample with it. And also I've got a Pill Party ribbon. It's a nice glittery ribbon. So yeah, just comment on what you like and I'll ask you a few questions and so on as we go along. And we'll go from there. Joan says, only had 2 days without power. Well, that's still a long 2 days, isn't it? So I'm glad all is okay. All right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn you to face the ceiling and then just flip this round and get it in place. Just bear with me for a moment. Hey Lisa. Good turnout. Okay. Hang on. Sorry, I want to just try and get that foot of the stand out of the way. There we go. That's better. Yeah, Joan, some people are still without power. It's amazing. It must be very frustrating. Okay, so this is the mini catalogue. It's run from January today until the end of April. And for 2 of the months, January and February, it runs in conjunction with Sale-a-Bration. So I'll get onto the Sale-a-Bration brochure after the mini catalogue, but I would just love to show you some of the things that are in here as we go. So I can now open it. I've shown this in a few videos and sometimes I've come very close to accidentally opening it. So the catalogue is a great place for you to start with ideas if you buy a set. Casing the catalogue is a great way to get your creative juices flowing. And I'll show you a few cases tonight. Just a reminder that we also have online exclusives. So there are some products that aren't in any catalogues. They are online and they're released every few months. So I do often feature those in my Facebooks as well. But let's get started here. First up, we've got the Be Mine suite. Now this one was available to demonstrators early on and we actually made samples from this. And when we had a demonstrator event, but I didn't end up making them. So I don't have any samples of these, but I'll just point out to you the format here in case you didn't realize. This comes in a suite, which means you have your stamp set and your punch. Sometimes it's a stamp set and dies, and then it has a few other products that go with it. So in this case, there is the DSP, the ribbon, the embellishments, and the pillow box. At the top of the page, you have suite collection and a number and a price. That is not a discounted price. That is just a way of ordering everything. All right, instead of typing them all in separately. You then have the separate items, one of which is the bundle, and that is discounted. So anything in a bundle is 10% off. When you buy the suite by the number, you will get your 10% off included with that. So the bundle is 10% off within that suite. So some beautiful samples there, and that paper is really cute. So I have it here to show you. It's a 12 by 12 paper. So I'm just going to show you a 6 by 6 sampler. So we have the bee theme repeated many times, and then some beautiful garden images as well. Hey Rhonda, nice to see you. And then if you turn them over, we've got some contrasting patterns on the back. So very often we've got things that will go with other sets. You can pull these designs out and put them with something else to make your paper stretch out a bit. Right, so that's a 6 by 6 sample. Remember, it is a 12 by 12 paper. Now, this one here I have samples of. This is called Sending Love, and if you know me, you know that I love happy mail. So Sending Love is a stamp set, and then it's a set of dies. And as is the case with a few of Stampin' Up's die sets, you get the things that cut out around images, but you also get some things that will cut and emboss, right? Such as the post for the mailbox. But let me show you this one. This is the actual mailbox that becomes a 3D mailbox. I've just put that through using the die and some DSP. The score lines are actually fairly light when you're using cardstock, but they'll just fold really nicely here with DSP. So you can just fold that like that. That makes your mailbox shape. And then you fold this up and that's your little flap, which just fits perfectly there. So I can glue this closed. You can add a little bit of glue at the back and then you've got a flap. So let me show you a few samples using this one. Here's one with the stamps. So I've just stamped the mailbox and cut it out with the die, colored it and put it onto some of the coordinating colors. Got a cute little envelope image that I've just re-stamped in behind. That's that one there. And then here's a couple with the mailbox just to show you it in action. There it is open with the little Prezi. There's a little tiny bow, fine bow that you can put on a present for the mailbox. It's actually got a flag that you can attach with a brad and you can move it. And there's some of the embossed pieces. So we've got this grassy bush down the bottom and the post. You like that, Joan? Here's one too, another one where it opens up and I've put some of the little letters in there. They have a die also. Some people are fine to just fussy cut that. Other people like the die and then the little flap that closes. And then here is I thought the mailbox was a perfect size for these chocolates that I get from Aldi. And so I've made one of the 3D boxes, open it up, and inside with the heart's a part of the die collection as well. I've just put a letter that says, thanks for your order. So there's an idea for you. So I love my happy mail. I'm going to put that back later. All right, next page. I'll just show you there too, that mailbox. Can you see there's a little hole in it? So that's for your brad and for the little flag. Or if you don't want to use it with the flag, you could just cover that with a little heart. Easy. Okay, working on through. This is the heartfelt hexagon, which I'll actually show you during Sale-a-Bration catalogue because I've got samples that use it. So this is a great one that has a stamp set and a matching punch. Great shape, really, you can fit a lot of words in there, works really well. This one here, I've bought this but haven't played with it yet. It actually creates little zipper pieces. So you actually have to reveal things. So see here, you've got this pulls off to reveal this. Then there's a pull-up little tab strip that you pull out. So that'll be fun to play with for those of you that like all those fancy little gadgety bits. Now this is Forever Love. Again, this is a suite, so it consists of dies and a stamp set, ribbons, paper, embellishments, and these envelopes. So I've got a bit of this to show you. Here's the paper. Again, this is a 12 by 12. I've just got a 6 by 6 sample. So this is gorgeous with its foil. Hello, Lynn. Welcome. So this is Pretty Peacock. And I can't think of the name of that pink, but it'll be here. Moody Mauve. And then you've got the non-foil on the other side. So those are a pretty design. And then the other thing that I do have from this suite, I didn't buy everything, but see these envelopes here. So if you like a note card and an envelope, this is a set here, a gold foil flowers, cards and envelopes. I had 2 of these left from a share. So the first thing I'll show you, this is a bit of one of the cards. So this is what they look like, except they don't have a cut in them and a bit of colouring, but they're the same print on both sides. I've cut this up in order to have a bit of an experiment, but I hung on to that to show you. So here's a couple of things I've done with it. That is that, if I face it that way, I've just dragged an ink pad across that to create a purple card, right? So I literally put my ink pad face down and pulled it across. I then added the sentiment with some gold embossing powder. Now check out the envelopes. These are fancy. Beautiful flap there. And there's been a few card designs where people have used the flap. I did play around with that, but then I didn't like it. And I only had 2 to play with, so that ended up in the bin. Here's another one. So that's why I only have half of this card. I just cut a panel and I've coloured it with just soft colours of the Stampin' Blends and added a little bit of bling. So that's pretty fun too, but you've got to admit that they are pretty spectacular by themselves anyway, without doing anything with them. Okay, next page. See, I've put little hearts to remind me. I don't have anything to show of these ones, but we've got another bundle for those of you who like flowers. We always have new flowers every catalogue because they say they sell really well. And this is a delicate forest bundle. So it actually creates a little sort of a arch, die cut arch of foliage. You can see it there on that sample, which I'm sure people are going to create lots of beautiful scenes looking in through that arch. We have a brayer that has returned. Well, it's not returned. A brayer has returned, but it's not the same as the last one. The previous one was made of rubber. This one is silicone, and I don't have it yet, so can't show you that. And then this is one of our hybrid embossing folders where it will cut and emboss at the same time. So that one is a really interesting one. Plus it's full of all useful words. Hello, celebrate, thank you, thinking of you, etc. So you can do wonderful things with this where you can brayer up the layered piece and then run it through the embossing folder. This is one I know that some people will be buying. This is the Hills of Tuscany. So this is to create some scenery. There's 2 beautiful samples there. There's the stamp set. I did have a heart on this because I was really wanting to make a sample to show you, but I just didn't get time. It was the last thing I was going to do. and I just ran out of time. The other thing I really like about this is the font and the sentiments. Really good size, not too big, and just some good things, good thoughts to say. Here's another beautiful bundle that has ferns in it. So a little bit different with our foliage instead of just flowers. So if you like foliage and you want to do something different, that's called the Wild Ferns bundle. It also has a great little background image there for those of you who like those sort of textures and things. This is going to be popular. This is called Perennial Lavender Suite, and it actually works in conjunction with 2 stamp sets and dies. So there is a painted lavender set, and then there is the perennial postage set. And the paper, let me show you the paper. Again, this is a 6x6 sample. Who here are lavender fans? I'll just show you the fronts. So we've got beautiful lavender variations. There is one whole page that is part of, that is a lavender scrapbooking suitable layout. So all of those, and I really like the sort of crumb cake background on this. That's one side, that's the other. So some useful neutral designs, and then just some plain but motley colours for in behind. And look at that green. So that's the DSP. Remember, it's a 12 by 12. And the other things in that set include some paper butterflies. I did have some of those briefly to divide up for a share, but I don't have any separate. And some nice little gems. Perennial postage. This is one of those sets for those of you who like frames. You might even just buy the dies for this. So perennial postage is a sentiment set. So a variety of sentiments. So you've got Happy Mother's Day, I can't thank you enough, big hugs. And these will coordinate with these dies. So these are big sort of postage stamp edge. So here they are cut out. All right, I've just put them, you can see how they can pair if you want to layer them. And you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of those different sized with that edge. Then the other thing that you've got, I don't know if you can see that really well there, is sort of an embossed, it's postage mark. So it's a little butterfly and some little squiggly lines, which is this die here. So it doesn't cut, it just embosses. And then you've got a couple of little dies that will cut out the whole. What I've done here is I've stuck in the, obviously you'd want the whole, not that piece. And in this case, it will cut a hole, and then you can add that if you want to use a ring. Okay, put that aside. I think I saw Linda was wanting to join, and Linda has already joined this live. I'm not sure if she's on, but she's ordered this lavender set. So there you've got great samples there. There's some examples of the butterfly. There. And there you go with the sentiment set. All right. You've then got, this is a great page for Easter, so traditional Easter. You've got the appropriate sentiments and images, and then you've got Easter Bunny, Easter eggs type sentiments. So those, I'm really interested in this. See, this is a 3D egg. It's an egg box, but I don't have those yet. See, I say yet. Okay, this one I have ordered and it's on its way. But I just want to point out to you the beautiful, this is another one where you may want even to have just the dies. We'll be playing with this one at our team play day, if any of you are coming to that. But you can see that circle on the blue background? It's a circle, and then it has die cut holes Same with this one here. Let me just flip over because there's another example here. So I think those dies are a must-have if you're a die fan, if you're a die-hard fan. Okay, great example there. This is a beautiful one for those of you who like colouring, and throughout the catalogue, there's some great pages where they show you how to step up designs. So we've got the simple stamping with easy colouring and then getting to more detail with your backgrounds and so on. That is a beautiful one. We have a cake, which I only really just sort of looked at today. It's one where you can build up the layers. You can add things like berries to the top, a little bit of whipped cream. And then this one's nice too, and I don't have this one yet, but this is a flower cart with matching dies. Okay, lighter than air. This is a hot air balloon set. Again, we've got the suite and we've got the components to the suite. I will show you the paper. This paper is a great example of having the print or the pattern or the theme on one side and then having plenty of designs that you can use elsewhere. Love the color combination of this one. So there you see we've got some hot air balloons. But all of those would be beautiful background patterns. And let's flip that over. So I used that cloud one, if you recognize it. That's in the background of that card. Okay, so it suits the mailbox image. And then I used one of the patterns to do all my little chockies as well. So that diagonal pattern. Again, this is a, just checking. Oh no, this one is a 6x6. So it's not cut down, it is a 6x6 paper. Okay, there you have some great examples, including a shaker card using the hot air balloon. You have another stamp set that has a matching punch called the Modern Oval. This Modern Oval punch goes with one of our Sale-a-Bration sets. So when we get to that, I'll show you that. This one was really popular. We had a beautiful demonstration of this at on stage. A big ice cream, and you can even, if you see down here, you can see in the dies, there is actually a die that will cut an ice cream that will work like a card. There's one for journaling. Love this moment. And then I want to show you this one. This is called Mix and Mask, or it's not called that, but this is the title of the page is called that. This is the Enduring Beauty stamp set. So what we've got is a stamp set. We have got dies, and then we've got a set of masks. So let me show you those. Some of you had the daffodil masks. And these work the same way. You have a set of, oh my goodness, could I have cleaned these before showing them to you? Clearly not. Okay, you have a set of 5 masks and they are numbered. And then you have the notch in the top left-hand corner. So what you do is, with your stamped image, hang on. This is not going to, this is going to catch me out. 1. That's not the same size. That's why I'm having trouble. Let me try on here. It is very, it is very easy. I just didn't plan for this very well, did I? Is that it? No, I'm going to stop before I... That will fit nicely over your stamped image. It does line up. Hang on. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Yes, here we go. Here we go. No, here we... Why is this not working? Just talk amongst yourselves. I've only got part of an image there. Look, I'll just do it here. That will line up on your stamped image. You will then, you can do your brush, blending brush through it, and then you take that one away and you line that one up and it will do your leaves. And then you line that one up and it will do the detail of your flower. That one does the detail of your leaves, and then that one does the middle of your flowers. All right. You always just line it up with that little notch, so you can just mark that on your grid paper. Now, just to show you that it does line up and that I can do it, I'll make a video of that or do a live. All right, here it is. So that is one where I have lined it all up and used all yellows, Daffodil Delight, Pumpkin Pie, Granny Apple Green, Shaded Spruce, and then I think it may have been Blueberry Bliss, not sure, in the middle there. Yeah, thanks, Rhonda. I'm getting all hot trying to work it out. So I flipped it out of the picture. There's the same idea in another color combination. And then what I wanted to try and do, see, each time I used a different color for each of the layers. So what I did here is I used the same color. So I used Bubble Bath, and then I used, for the next mask, I just went heavier with the Bubble Bath. Then I used Granny Apple Green, and then I went heavier with the Granny Apple Green. Just playing around with it. And then, like I said to you, the catalogue has all sorts of great examples that you can case. So see that one, Embrace the Beauty of You. Oh, sorry, that was very quick. See that one? That actually uses the masks without the stamps. And so I played around with that as well. I really like that effect. And a couple of cards. So there you go. That proves to you that it does work, just not under pressure. Nature's Sweetness, another sweet collection. I'll show you the DSP for this. So it's got one side with beautiful foils. Look at that. And then other side. So the predominant color there is our Pecan Pie. And a bit of Pebble Path. That one is a 12 by 12. I just have it cut into a 6 by 6. Alrighty, so there you go. There's the stamp set. There's actually 2 stamp sets that fit in with the suite. Then we get to a Memories and More set. So Memories and More, the idea is that you can use the cards for your memory keeping in our pocket albums, but you can also use them to create cards. So this is, I have split the pack. I've split the pack of cards in half. So this is half a pack, and I've split the Memories and More cards in half. And there's 2 of everything. So it's very easy to split. So that's a card base, white inside. And then look at the inside of these envelopes. Just a joy to open up. So you can either mix them like that or keep them color to color. There are 2 colors in the cards and envelopes. Right, so the cards and envelopes are one item. Then the Memories and More are another. Have you bought any of these yet? Rhonda, any of these products? Had a play yet? So, mixture of designs and words. Look at this paintbrush, love it. Hello there, and a paintbrush. Oh, actually, I think the idea is the paintbrush goes up that way. So every box has 2 of each of these. So if you're journaling, you can write on some of these. There is space. Here's a good example. Memories to remember, moments to remember. But of course you can use the other side if you wish. And remember, with our pocket albums, you might have that one on one side, and then of course you flip the page and then that's going to show on the other side. Just as a nice design. So those are the cards. Life is wonderful. Good things. There's also a selection of larger cards, which you could use in your albums. Look at that. Or you could use as cards. And then there are pages of stickers. So these are good. When I say stickers, they're, oh, there's another couple of pages. Big cards. They're good sturdy stickers. So when you see, they've got quite a bit of weight to them. Sturdy card, rather than sort of a peely vinyl type. Okay, I'll show you a couple of projects with that. So both of these are the card bases, and then I've just used some of the elements to stick them onto the card. Catalogue case. That's a sticker. Okay. And then the catalogue also shows a box, so I had a bit of a play with that. That's fussy cut from one of the cards. And then the box is made using one side of a note card and then some matching cardstock in Pretty Peacock. Haven't worked out what I'll put in there, but there it is. All right, so if you like memory keeping, that's going to be fantastic for that. Or you might use it to make cards. These 2 are background stamps. One if you are a dog lover, and this one is Botanical Beauty. Look at that there. I think the pictures suggest that that may have been done with the brayer, but I'm not sure. Then here's a little snuck away item. This is the mini alphabet dies. So these, if you like an alphabet set, that's what they look like. All right, so it's just 3 dies. You've got this whole sheet, and you've got double ups of A's and H's and O's and E's, all those common ones. You've also got a few things like exclamation marks, question marks, and so on. So you can send that through your die cut machine on a sheet of paper, or you could just cut a strip if there were particular ones that you wanted, and just cut out that line. They're a brilliant size. There's an example. Okay, so you can spell a word quite easily by just cutting them out and sticking them on. Unless you had supercalifragilistic, you can fit a word on a card. Of course, I would cut them out. I did cut them out using the adhesive sheets. Just makes it a little bit easier to stick them on. Adhesive sheets are in our main catalogue. Okay, traveling along. I have that one, haven't played with it yet. This is a great set if you have grandkids and so on. Some kitty paper. This comes in a 12 by 12. Look at those cute kitties. So some of these would be cut out with the dies. No shortage of children. Even some representation of disabilities, which is good. And then beautiful bright patterns on the other side. Ah, I was looking for this pattern that I saw on another sample. And there it is. That looks to be, oh, that's segments you can cut up for a card. Okay, that one comes in a 12 by 12. Moving right along, there is also this one, Bright Skies bundle. I will show you some Sale-a-Bration paper that goes with that. This is cute, and I don't know that we've had a submarine before. We've certainly had under the sea type things, but I don't think we've had a submarine. I'm seeing samples of this with the cow, farm animals, but it's particularly a cow. So you're standing, oh, it is, there's a rooster. So the cow in different positions. This is a good set for masculine cards, rock and roll. So if you like black and white patterns, here's the DSP. Don't have this one. I don't know that I would have many people I would use it on. I don't know that I'll get this one, but that's okay. I can't get everything. Hey, Caroline. All right, these are the black and white patterns. So they are multi-use. You could use those all over the place. And then you've got specific images of music on the back, but more patterns that you can use. Look at that. Just sort of crackled paint. So even if you did not want the set, you have got some great black and white patterns that you can use there. That's that one. We have Happy Father's Day and other masculine sentiments in the Trusty Tools bundle. People always are sad when the tools set goes. We've had one or two before. I have not bought that one yet, but that's a good one. Graduation set. Then this one, Beach Day. This is the one I've probably got the most preparation on, actually. Here it is. This is a stamp set and some dies. It's a mixture of dies to cut out the stamps and then dies that will cut and texture. So let me show you what I've done here. So there's the cutout with the die stamp images. And then down here, these are the standalone images you can just cut out using just coloured cardboard. So there's texture on, you see there's texture there? You can see this ocean will cut that wave and then cut out these little pieces. You could even save those and stick them on if you wanted. And then there's also a curve for a sand dune. I'll show you some samples of this one. Simple one, really simple one to begin with. That's just crumb cake on crumb cake. And that one is a scene that's cased from the catalogue. Mixture of the stamping and the die cut images. And there's my little beach wave and some shells. This one is where I've done some masking with a deckled circle to create my scene there. Some surfboards, the same idea. There are those alphabet dies. You can spell whatever you want. I wanted this set because I live 10 minutes from the beach, so it just made sense to do that, to get one. Sending sunshine your way. That's a catalogue case. You can see the picture there, but then I thought that would make a good shaker card, so I also played with that, where I've got the sand dunes here. I have a seagull to cover a bit where I ruined the paper, and it's a shaker. And then, of course, I cut out the middle there, and then I've put it there and used it for that. So that's Beach Day. Poetic Expressions. I have just received this today. And what I like about this is another great example of a set of dies. It's the dies that got me. I've ordered the stamp set as well, but I just love the shape of these dies, so I just had a quick play with those. So see, that's two sizes just layered together using that Be Mine Sweet DSP. I do have the paper to show you, Poetic Expression 12 by 12. So lots of really sort of classic prints here. And on the back. It's a 12 by 12 pack that I have cut down to 6 by 6. And another scenery set. Stippled roses for flower lovers. Now, see here, this layered florals 3D. So I had to play with that as well. So this is a 3D embossing folder, 6 by 6. So you can use it either way. Put your cardstock in it either way. And I just cased this design here. And that flower is one of those cut out. And that's that one. Look at this chubby bird. That's gorgeous. All right, then you have your pages. When you're going through your catalogue, remember, if you like a stamp set or a bundle, go to the back for yet another sample. So all of these samples are different from the ones on the pages. All right, so you can go through there and be inspired. And then we have a catalogue index, pictures of the stamps, pictures of the dies, and so on. Here are the 4 ribbons for you. So this is Sweet Sorbet, which goes with the Be Mine suite. This is Pretty Peacock, metallic ribbon that goes with, I can't remember the name of it, but one of the nature ones. This is Faux Leather Trim, that's gold. And then this goes with the Balloon suite. So it's just some baker's twine. Just the 4 of them. Okay, put that aside. Any favourites from anyone so far? Super helpful run through. Thanks, Caroline. Thanks for the feedback. Okay, here's Sale-a-Bration. So, for those of you who don't know what Sale-a-Bration is, every $90 that you spend, you will get a free item from this catalogue. So if you don't have a demonstrator and you would like a catalogue and you live in Australia, I can send you one. You can let me know. You can view it online, but it's not the same as paper. Not the same. Okay, so free. Watermelon, watercolour melon. Remember last year we had carrots? So watercolour melon coordinates with the modern oval punch. So I pointed that one out to you before. It will cut that out, and it will also cut that out. Here's some samples. Alphabet dies. So that's a Flirty Flamingo and Granny Apple Green watermelon. Here's a masking technique. Here it is again, and I've used some Wink of Stella there, just to make my watermelon a little bit juicier. That didn't sound right. Another one there. And that one with a bit of vellum in behind. And then that one. I love this stamp of the watermelon leaf. And then, if you know me well, you know I like having note cards. So I just played around with just the little seed stamp, that little stamp, to do that. Okay, so that's Watermelon Wonder. That was the first one I got, and I didn't know if I would like it. And I've loved it. I think I've probably made more of it than anything else. This is one of the free designer series papers. This is Sunny Days. It's a 12 by 12. This is a 6 by 6 sample. So it's got eclectic images that you can use with all sorts of things from all of the catalogues. So there's some clouds. Remember that set in the mini? Butterflies, more clouds, and look at this, some poppies and just a neutral background. So that is very handy. I'll show you a couple of cards with that. So there's the strawberry paper, and there's the cherries, goes with the cherry punch. So that one I've left blank. Sometimes people come to my classes and make cards and they leave the sentiment off, because they don't know what they want to use it for, which is really a very good idea. So do any of you do that? Would you put the sentiment on, or would you leave it off for later? These are made, that one, yes, there we go. See those two? That's that heartfelt hexagon from the mini also. So it's this stamp set and this punch. So a very handy shape. Okay, get that out of the way. Then there are heaps of ideas with this one. This is Flight and Airy, a 12 by 12. Just so pretty with the birds. I'll show you this. That one's great because you can cut out little birds from it. If you like to fussy cut in front of the telly. Other images here that you can fussy cut. Just the color combination in this is very pretty. And on the back, we've got a mixture. These are all great backgrounds. So that is that one, for example. So I've not used it with a bird image. I've just used it for its blueness. So I have some samples of Flight and Airy also. So there's one of the background papers and a fussy cut bird and the hexagon punch. There's one with the fussy cut birds. Some really simple designs there where you can just put your circle die on one of the images. And then a catalogue case, which is that one. I just didn't have the branches, so I made do with leaves. There's also a baby set, free with $90. There is softly stippled. Let's show you that one. Now this one goes with the stippled roses bundle in the mini, but you could do it, you could use it for all sorts of things. Also comes in, it is a 12 by 12. And then there's the Most Adored. Another one with gold foil. So this is one where you could add ink like with your blender brush or just with dragging your ink pad across. Nice little heart, rising hearts, and then beautiful. Now that's another one I was wondering where it was. That heart one. I've seen a few people use it. So that is that one. And the other DSP is Trusty Tools. So remember there's the tool set in the mini. So here are the images for that. Like so. And flip over. Nice variety there as well. That is also a 12 by 12. Am I still live? Because my iPad has frozen. In your catalogue, you will also come across some things that are $180 freebie. So if you spend $180, you'll get those dies. Can someone comment if yes, I am. Oh, thanks, Rhonda. Thank you. So this stamp set goes with these dies. The stamp set is $90 spend, and you get that for free. The dies are $180 spend, and you would get those for free. So you've got until the end of February. This is a stamp set with dies. And then there's this dogwood set as well. Both of those are $180. Okay, so lots of savings there. I'll just pop that there to show you the Sale-a-Bration offer that is for joining, so it's always good value to join Stampin' Up, but during Sale-a-Bration it's even better. It's $160 to join, and you can get $235 of products and the Glass Mat Studio. Now, I'm not going to demonstrate this. I've done a video on this, which is on my YouTube channel, but this is valued at $106. This chamois, when you wet it, is much more effective than right now. But a great work surface. All right, so that is free when you join. If you already have something like that, or you don't want something like that, you can still pay $169 and you can get $235 worth of product, which is the usual deal, plus another $51. So that means you get $117 worth of product for free. Either way, you would get free shipping and handling on that order, so you don't have to pay that. It's free, and then you get to play. So something to think about if you aren't already a demonstrator. The other thing is I have an offer during January. I have a tutorial bundle. So 11 tutorials here that tell you how to put together 11 different cards. So that is free to you if you place a $50 order with me, and I will email that to you and you can play around. If you like the B set, there just happens to be 5 B projects, and there's also my watermelon masking card. Lisa says, are the glass working mats back in stock? Lisa, what there was a limited supply of them for demonstrators to pre-order. So those ran out. They now have them. There are stocks for people who join. So anyone who joins can claim one. If there are some left after that, Stampin' Up will then put them up for sale to demonstrators, but there's no guarantee of that. How can I get a copy of that? The tutorial, Rhonda, that's if you place a $50 order with me. That's how you get a copy of it. Okay, that's it. Thank you, everyone. I hope that is helpful in explaining a few things to you. I'll be showing some of those projects in more detail with photos and so on as the weeks progress. And I'll also have them on display at my team play day next weekend. So you'll be able to see them up close if you are coming to that. In the meantime, if you have any questions, let me know, and enjoy. Love to see your projects on Share It Sunday, and love to hear from you if you'd like to order anything or if you have any questions about joining. Oh, I just got a heart. Thank you, someone. I don't know who sent that. Thanks, everyone. Have a nice evening. Bye.